If you are planning to do an M.Pharm only because you think a bigger degree automatically means a bigger salary, I need to tell you something clearly. In 2026, the industry doesn't pay you just for your degree. It pays you for two things. One, which career path you choose. And second, how job ready you are for that career path. And that's exactly why so many B.Pharm graduates feel confused because they know the syllabus but they do not know the career map. So, in this video, I am going to make your career map very clear in a very simple way. We'll cover what jobs are realistically possible after B Pharma, what the work actually looks like day to day, what salary ranges you can expect as a fresher, government options, and preparation strategies, India versus abroad reality without selling dreams, and even entrepreneurship. If you want to build something of your own, and trust me, by the end of this video, you'll stop guessing your future. Now, I want you to take out your notebook and start taking some notes because what I'm going to discuss here in this video is super useful for your career. Let us look at when M.Pharm makes sense. Before we go into jobs, I want to clear the biggest confusion. A lot of students think first B.Pharm, then M.Pharm, then a good salary. But it doesn't work like that for everyone. If you genuinely enjoy lab work, formulation, deeper research, and you want a specialized career, then yes, M.Pharm is strong option. And for that, the main route is GPAT. And if you are aiming for high level institutes and research exposure, then NIPER entrance too. But here's the important part. Don't do M.Pharm just an escape plan. If it matches the kind of work life you want, because research based careers are not easy money. They are high patience, high discipline, and very structured. So, if your interest is research, M.Pharm can be your entry ticket. But if you don't want the lab heavy lifestyle, then relax. B Pharma has many career paths that do not require you to wait for 2 more years. B Pharma is not one job. Most people outside pharmacy think B pharmacy means only one thing, pharmacist. But B pharma is broader than that. Your degree gives you exposure to medicine and how it works, dispensing the medicine, manufacturing the medicine, quality, safety, regulations, and how products move in the market. So after B Pharma, you're not stuck with one door. Instead, you have multiple doors. You just need to choose the right one instead of applying randomly everywhere. Now, let me break these career paths in a simple way. First is pharmacist, community, hospital, or government. Before we go to corporate roles, let's address the most direct career path after B Pharma, pharmacist. But understand this properly. Pharmacist is not just one job, it has three different versions. Community pharmacist, also known as retail pharmacist or a medical store. Okay, this is a classic medical shop role. You dispense medicines, guide customers, handle inventory, and ensure correct usage. The reality is it's stable. You start earning early, but salary depends heavily on the store size and city. If you are working at a small shop, growth is limited. But if you are thinking long term business mindset, then this can become profitable when you run your own store. Another version is hospital pharmacist. This is more structured. Here, you work inside the hospitals, manage dispensing, hospital inventory, stock updates, expiry checks, and coordination with different doctors. Less glamour, but stable and respectable. Another version is government pharmacist. Roles exist in state government hospitals, ESIC hospitals, railways, AIMS like institutions, and sometimes defense recruitment also. You get stable pay, fixed structure, and job security. Competition is there, but it is a real career path. Now, after pharmacist, the most common private entry career path is MR, medical representative. Let's talk about that. Let's start with the most common first private job after B Pharma, medical or sales representative. On paper, medical representative means you represent companies' medicines to doctors. You explain the product, the benefits, usage, and you build relationships. But in real life, MR is very high pressure job because it includes travel, meeting multiple doctors, handling rejections and targets. Sometimes you'll wait for hours just to meet a doctor for 2 minutes. And that's the reality. Now, here's the part students don't understand. MR is not a small job, it's a business role. You are not selling random things, you are selling healthcare solutions. Salary reality in India as a fresher. MR salary often starts around 15,000 to 30,000 per month, plus transfer allowance, durance allowance, and incentives depending on the performance. Incentives can be good in some companies, but don't assume incentives are guaranteed every month. They depend on territory, your products, and targets. Now, when should you choose a medical representative role? MR only makes sense for you if you are confident and energetic, if you can handle pressure and targets, you like meeting people, and you want fast growth because sales has a clear ladder. If you look at that ladder, medical representative will end up becoming senior medical representative, area manager, and then regional manager. And later, if you build experience, you can move into marketing, product roles, business development, and bigger corporate roles. But one honest warning, if you hate field work or your personality is very introverted, do not force yourself into medical representative because of fear. Because many students join MR just to start earning. Then they mentally burn out within few months. Now, let's talk about career paths that are more office based and stable. Pharmacovigilance or drug safety. Let us now talk about pharmacovigilance, which is also known as drug safety. In simple words, once a medicine is launched in the market, patients use it and side effects can happen. Those side effects need to be tracked and reported properly. That's pharmacovigilance. Your work here is not selling anything. Your job is patient safety. You will do things like reading adverse event reports, documenting them properly, following reporting timelines, and helping maintain safety compliance. Why PV is so popular? Because it is office based, stable, and has structured work culture. Let us look at the salary reality. Freshers commonly start around 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs per annum, depending on company, city, and project. After 1 to 3 years, hikes are possible if you build strong experience and switch smartly. What you must know, because PV is comfortable, it is competitive. You will compete with many B.Pharm grads and sometimes with M.Pharm grads too. So to stand out, don't just apply blindly. At least know basic PV language like case processing, serious adverse event, MedRaw basics. Even if you don't master it, awareness matters. Pharmacovigilance is a very good career path for students who want a corporate environment without field work. Now let's talk about clinical research. This is the path for students who want to understand how a molecule becomes a medicine. Clinical research is where medicines are tested on humans through clinical trials. Many students ask, can B.Pharm student enter in this field? Yes, you can, but you need to understand the career path properly. CRC is Clinical Research Coordinator. That's step one. Most B Pharma freshers start at side roles like CRC. You work at hospitals or trial sites with doctors and trial teams. Your work includes trial documentation, patient coordination, consent process support, and ensuring the protocol is followed properly. Look at the salary structures. As a fresher, CRC salary often looks like 2.5 to 4.5 LPA. It may not look huge in the beginning, but this role gives you the experience that makes your next jump possible, which is clinical research associate. After 1 or 2 years, many people aim to move forward in CRA roles. This is when you start working more with CRO and bigger setups. CRA work includes monitoring sites, checking compliance, verifying trial data. CRA salaries can range roughly from 4.5 to 10 LPA depending on company and experience. I want you to have clarity on clinical research. Clinical research is not easy. It's not an office job. It is structured, documentation heavy, and demands discipline. If you like serious work, you'll enjoy it. If you hate documentation, you will feel suffocated. Let us look at another career path, which is QC or QA. Most students mix these up. So let's keep it simple. QC is about the product, QA is about the process, quality control. If you enjoy lab work and instruments, QC fits you. You use tools like HPLC and other testing methods to check purity, potency, dissolution, and stability. Freshers often start around 2 lakhs to 4.5 lakhs per annum. Now let us look at quality assurance. QA is more documentation compliance based. You'll deal with SOPs, audits, deviations, change control, GMP compliance, and overall process discipline. QA can start around 2.5 lakhs to 5.5 lakhs per year in many setups. Quality is a good career path if you are disciplined and detailed oriented, because in quality, small mistakes can become big issue. Now, regulatory affairs. This is one of the most underrated careers after B.Pharma. Here's the easiest way to understand regulatory affairs. Every country has different rules for selling medicines. If a company wants to sell in US, Europe, UAE, anywhere, documentation and compliance is needed. Regulatory affairs is the team that handles that. You work on things like submissions, dossier reports, labeling documentation, and regulatory coordination. Freshers can start around 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs per annum depending on the role and the company. Core regulatory affairs can be competitive for freshers, but regulatory documentation support roles are a realistic entry point. If you like structured desk work, RA is a strong long term career. Now, a lot of students don't even explore these career paths. Medical writing. If you can explain science in simple language, writing can be a career. Medical writer, scientific writer, healthcare content roles. Salary varies, but entry can be around 2.5 lakhs to 6 lakhs per annum depending on skill and company. This is more on the healthcare operations side. It is structured work and hiring is more frequent in some cities. Entry salaries often sits around 2.5 lakhs to 4.5 lakhs per annum. And then pharma analytics. This is high potential, but only if you build skills. Excel, SQL, Power BI, basic Python. Your B Pharma gives domain understanding. The tech skills gives you job power. Now, let us talk about the option many students secretly think but never plan it properly: entrepreneurship. Yes, after B Pharma, you can start something of your own. But I'll say it honestly, this is not for everyone. Entrepreneurship makes sense if you have time to build slowly, enough money to survive the initial phase, and some marketing or sales skills. Because businesses doesn't run on degree, it runs on execution. The most common business routes after B Pharma are starting a pharmacy store, opening a generic medicine store, starting a distribution model, entering pharma marketing as a business, not as a job, but don't jump into it blindly. If you want business, first learn basic marketing, customer handling, and how margins work. If you have mindset, entrepreneurship can become bigger than any salary job, but only for people who can stay consistent. Now, one topic which cannot be skipped: abroad. Yes, there is scope abroad, but don't think it's as a shortcut. In India, the B.Pharma, you can directly start careers in MR, pharmacist roles, PV, clinical research, QC, QA, regulatory support, writing, coding, analytics. So India gives you fast entry. Abroad is different. If you want to work as a licensed pharmacist in US, Canada, Australia, or UAE, you will need licensing exams, eligibility checks, time, money, and a lot of patience. So, a smarter approach for many students is start your career in India in globally connected fields like PV, clinical research, regulatory operations. Build 2 3 years of experience and then plan abroad properly. This reduces your risk and gives you a stronger profile. Now, government jobs. I understand the attraction, job security, respect, stability. After B Pharma, government paths can include drug inspector roles through state recruitment exams, notifications, government pharmacist roles in railways, AIMS, ESIC, state hospitals, defense based roles depending on recruitment. Now, here's the important point, the exams and recruitment routes can differ based on your state and the organization. Some drug inspector recruitments happen through state PSCs like UPPSC, BPSC, MPPSC, RPSC, etc. Some government recruitments can come through SSC notifications depending on the role and department. Hospital pharmacist roles can come through state health recruitment boards, railway recruitments, or institute level hiring exams. And one more reality check, drug inspector eligibility can vary state to state, and some notifications may require prior experience. So, always check the latest official criteria before planning your preparation. So, if you want a government job, the smartest strategy is don't sit at home full time for years. Prepare with consistency, but keep your career moving because gap years can make private jobs harder later. Private jobs have faster growth but require performance and learning. So choose your career path based on your temperament and your priorities. Before we jump into a 7 day plan, let's do a quick recap so everything is clear in your head. After B Pharma in 2026, you basically have multiple solid career paths, and each one leads to a different kind of life. If you want fast entry and quick money, then sales role like medical representative are the most common starting point. If you want a stable corporate desk job, then pharmacovigilance is one of the best options, drug safety, structured work, and a long term growth. If you want to work closer to the science side of how medicines are tested, then clinical research is your path. You start with CRC and grow into CRA roles. If you enjoy lab work and technical testing, then you go for quality control. If you prefer documentation, process discipline, and compliance, then quality assurance fits better. If you want a high prestige, long term corporate career around approvals and global compliance, then regulatory affairs is a stronger option. If you are good at communication and explaining science, you can also explore medical writing. If you want something structured and healthcare operations based, then medical coding can also be a starting point. If you want higher growth roles and you are ready to build tech skills, then pharma analytics becomes very strong option, but only if you actually learn tools like Excel, SQL, Power BI, basics of Python. And of course, if you want the most stable path, you can aim for pharmacist roles, community pharmacist, hospital pharmacist, and government pharmacist roles through recruitment exams. And if you have time, money, and business mindset, entrepreneurship is also possible. But that's a longer game. So now the big question is simple, which one are you choosing? Because once you choose, your next steps become automatic. And that's where this 7 day plan comes in. Now, if you are still confused, do this for the next 7 days. This will actually bring clarity. Day 1 and 2. Pick one career path, two roles. First, choose one career path. Don't choose everything. Then shortlist two job roles inside it. So you are not stuck if one role has fewer openings. For example, pharmacovigilance, PV associate or drug safety associate, clinical research coordinator, clinical trainee associate, QC QA, QC analyst, QA executive, pharmacist, either hospital pharmacist or government pharmacist, regulatory, either RA associate or documentation support. Let us look at sales, medical representative or hospital sales. That's it. One career path, two roles done. Day 3 and 4, you fix your resume. LinkedIn, you have to look at the basic professional level. Now take 1 or 2 days to make your profile look job ready. Not fancy, just clean. Keep resume one page. Mention your internship project work properly. Add 6 to 8 skills that match your target role. Let's look at an example. If you are applying for PV, do not write hardworking. Write drug safety basics, case processing, awareness, and update LinkedIn headline to something clear like B.Pharm graduate seeking PV or clinical research roles. This alone increases your chances of getting replies. Then from day 5th to day 7th, learn just enough. Apply daily. Now, for the last 3 days, don't try to become an expert. Just learn the basics so you can speak confidently in interviews. Then apply daily, even if it's only 5 to 10 applications per day. And one simple shortcut: every day, message one senior or working professional for guidance or referral. Just once. That's it. This 7-day plan will give you clarity and momentum. It will help you stop feeling lost and start moving in one direction. But I'll also be honest with you. In 2026, if you want to become truly industry ready, you need more than a short action plan, because the competition isn't only about degree anymore. It's about how job ready you look from day one. And job ready means you don't just know theory, you understand real workflows, industry expectation, tools companies actually use. For example, if you are aiming for pharmacovigilance, you need exposure to Medra coding basics, safety case workflows, and tools like Oracle Argus Safety or RSG Global that are used in real PV projects. If you are aiming for clinical research, you need trainings around trial documentation, ICH GCP basics, and how CRO and hospital trial teams work in real life. That's why we don't offer just one generic course. We have multiple industry focused programs designed for different career paths after B.Pharma, whether you're targeting pharmacovigilance, clinical research, QC, QA, regulatory affairs, healthcare data, or other roles. So, I will strongly suggest this. Go check out the programs, and links are available in the description. And if you are still unsure which career path suits you best, don't overthink alone. Just pick up your phone and call us. Our course counselors will guide you based on your background, interest, and career goals. So you don't just waste time choosing the wrong direction. And one more thing, for students who want clarity before committing to anything, we also conduct free masterclass for life science graduates purely for career guidance. So you can attend those sessions, understand the career paths properly, and then decide your next step with confidence. That's for today. Pick your career path, build job ready skills, and start moving towards the clarity. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Visit us today, www.clinilaunchresearch.in.